Hello everybody, welcome back to the Within Japan YouTube channel. The live stream is about to start, so make yourself comfortable. But before it does start, got to tell you, here on the channel, we're not sponsored by anybody. However, when we are traveling this beautiful country, there is only one telco that we trust. There's only one telco that provides you an unlimited great service, and that of course is Secure Mobile. All of our live streams that you see on this channel are done via Secure Mobile. Now, if you are coming to Japan, you will need a SIM card or a portable Wi-Fi device. So why not help a small insignificant YouTuber out by clicking on our affiliated link listed in the description below. It costs you no more, but you know you will be helping out the channel big time. Also, throughout the course of this stream, if you do want to buy me a coffee, we have a PayPal link listed in the description below. 50 cents or $1. It really does help a small insignificant YouTuber compete with all the other big YouTubers out there. Anyway, that's enough of me. It is time for the live stream, so sit back and enjoy today's broadcast. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Within Japan, and we are within Japan at Hiroshima. And hello to Mad Hatter, who is the first. Afternoon to you all, wherever you may be watching us, and a quick shout out right at the beginning to St Matthew's Church in Guildford and the Mucky Church, I think they're called. Welcome to this stream as well. We sent them over some origami paper that arrived this week apparently, and I thought as we're in Hiroshima, it would be appropriate that we did some origami and showed them over there at the Guildford Church how to make a paper crane, the significance of it, and hopefully they might take some photos of them and we can upload them to the YouTube channel. If you are also going to make one at home while watching live as well, you need to get yourself, it doesn't need to be origami paper, but you do need a square piece of paper for this stream. So please go grab a square bit of paper right now, and we'll get underway with making the origami soon. But this is the Memorial Park, and although it might be a little bit difficult to see, I don't want to get in the way of these people down here, but if you look in the middle of it there, that's the atomic dome right down there. We're going to go down there. I'm going to give you the history on it all, tell you all about Sadako as well. That's why we're down here. A important little girl in the region, if not the world. We're going to tell you her story. We're going to make the paper crane because it goes with the story about Sadako, and we're going to go down there now and see a statue of her while I explain all about her. It is important. You got yours? Excellent, excellent. Mad Hatter's already got her piece of paper. Now, while we are walking down to where we need to go to start with, I have put a little video together for you about Hiroshima, of course, so we might as well play it now. And I forgot to even set it up, so I'm even going to set it up as it's playing. So there's the video. Let's do this.
Hiroshima is the capital of the Hiroshima Prefecture in Japan, with a population of 1.2 million people, and it's located 800 kilometers from Tokyo, with the Shinkansen journey taking 5 hours. The journey can be made with your JR Rail Pass, and you can purchase yours now at our affiliated link listed in the description below. Hiroshima was founded in 1589 as a castle town on the Ota River Delta. Following the Meiji Restoration in 1868, Hiroshima rapidly transformed into a major urban centre and industrial hub. Hiroshima was the first military target of a nuclear weapon in human history. This occurred on August 6, 1945 at 8:15 a.m. when the United States Army Air Force dropped the atomic bomb named Little Boy on the City. Most of Hiroshima was destroyed, and by the end of the year, between 90,000 and 166,000 people had died as a result of the blast and its effects. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, serves as a memorial of the bombing. Hiroshima was rebuilt after the war, with the help from the national government through the Hiroshima Peace Memorial City Construction Law that passed in 1949. It provided financial assistance for reconstruction, along with land donated that was previously owned by the national government and used by the imperial military. Hiroshima was proclaimed a City of Peace by the Japanese Parliament in 1949, with the city government continuing to advocate the abolition of all nuclear weapons. There are many things to do in Hiroshima and the surrounding areas. Some of these include the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum, the Atomic Dome, Hiroshima Castle, Shakai-en, and the close by Miyajima Island. The door to Hiroshima is wide open to you with your JR Rail Pass, and why not help a small insignificant YouTube channel by purchasing your JR Pass at our affiliated link listed in the description below.
There we go. Do let us know if you have internet signal, because it says the device is hot. So it's up to you to tell me whether or not you're getting images at the moment and whether it's all good or not. Now, the little girl at the top of this statue here, her name is Sadako. And real girl, lived in the area. And today's stream is really going to be about her and the importance of her within not just this region, but the world. Something amazing that she did. You have signal, excellent. So Sadako was 2 years of age when the atomic bomb dropped not far from here. We're going to go over there and show you where it dropped a minute ago. And she was classed as being the most radioactive person to have survived the blast. And she survived for 10 more years until she passed away, dying at the age of 12. Her life, as you can imagine, was quite painful and quite horrible the whole time throughout the 10 years that she was alive. But she was always positive, and she always thought that there was hope, and she came up with the idea of making a paper crane, as I think her grandmother told her, or her nana had said, look, if you make 1,000 paper cranes, your wish will become true. And her wish, of course, was there to be peace in the world and for her to be better again, and and have a life like everybody should have. Unfortunately, Sadako died before she made the 1,000 paper cranes, and so what happened was the school children within the area finished the 1,000 paper cranes, and they put them in her casket when she was buried. So Sadako has 1,000 paper cranes. The paper cranes that she did make, because I think she made about 5 or 600 before she passed away. They are used even to today as a sign of peace and hope around the world. Whenever there's a big tragedy, the family send one of Sadako's paper cranes to wherever that tragedy is. For example, 9/11, the Twin Towers, when they came down, they sent America a paper crane from Sadako over there for the victims and for peace. Quite interesting, I think you will agree, when the family did that, considering what happened to their daughter because of an atomic bomb dropped by America. So, her family, there's a lot to learn from her family of peace and forgiveness. They obviously forgave America, so much so that they sent over one of these paper cranes. So we're going to make it later in the stream. Hey, Super Barbs. Hi, Michael. But there she is up there. So that's Sadako up there. And, an angel now. And then underneath here is a couple of displays going on. Some of them will have paper cranes in them. If the signal breaks up, do let us know. It's because the device is really, really overheated. But these are all made by the local schools, all of these craft works now. all to do with peace. And this is the most peaceful place, apart from the bell, that you can come to anywhere within Japan. A lot of people unfortunately don't know the story of Sadako, especially now as the years go on, and I don't know, we start going through generations. Stories like hers are sadly forgotten, but hopefully I've let a few of you know it tonight if you never knew it, and the importance of the paper crane. And once I show you how to make a paper crane, I'm not great at them, but I make them all the time. They're kind of okay the way I do them. But once I show you how to make them, I want you to make them for the rest of your life. Whenever you're bored, whenever you're stressed, whenever you're just sitting around, don't know what to do, I just want you to grab it doesn't have to be origami paper, any paper whatsoever, and I want you to make a paper crane. Either give it to somebody or keep it yourself, throw it in the bin, do whatever, but I'd really like you to do it. Now, the atomic bombs dropped on Japan. Thank you, you 10 will know the story, you will. The device is really hot, hopefully the stream won't break up. This is where the atomic bomb dropped. There's a couple of atomic bombs dropped around Japan. This one, I suppose, they were both very devastating, killed a lot of people. This one was really bad because it wiped out Hiroshima completely. The reason why this building survived was that it exploded a couple of 100 meters above the dome. So when the atomic bomb went off, it actually pushed down on the building and stopped it from collapsing. We're going to go over there. But everything else, see, because the atomic bomb, the explosion went sideways like this, and it obliterated absolutely everything. No, I've already sent Mum the origami paper, and the church already has them. That's why I thought it'd be really nice crane, and we shouted out to them as well. St Matthew's Church and all the juniors over there. I think it's called the Mucky Church. They're going to be having origami paper, and hopefully they're going to make some paper cranes, and you never know. If I ask Mum nicely, maybe they will upload them or send me a copy of some paper cranes. That would be great. We're going to find somewhere a little bit cool to make our paper crane so that our device doesn't overheat. But what an amazing city it is. You know, I'm not spiritual in any way. I don't say kumbaya or anything like that. But there is a real peace here, I have to say, in Hiroshima. I absolutely love it. And the people proved, I'll tell you a story which I've said earlier before, the regulars will know this, but I'll tell all you guys that are new another story a little bit later on to show you what the people in Hiroshima are like and how nothing could crush them, not even an atomic bomb. This building next door is great, a little bit expensive to go in, unfortunately closed now, that's why we're not in there, but you can make a paper crane in there. And they show you how to make it, and then you can drop it down the outside of the building. There's thousands of paper cranes. We'll try see that in the stream. But up there as well, you've got a viewing platform you can sit at and just reflect and just look at the dome and just stare at the dome and the beauty of the dome. Yeah, that building there. Unfortunately, they're closing for the afternoon. When I went there, they said you've got 10 minutes, and it'll be 2,000 yen. And I said, for 10 minutes, 2,000 yen? Maybe not. Maybe not. But I do all hope you have your square bit of paper. If you have not, this is your final boarding call. Can I say final boarding call? Please grab yourself your bit of square paper now. It can be any paper, because we are going to attempt, if I can find somewhere to put the camera, we're going to attempt to make a paper crane with the atomic dome in full visuals of us. Thank you everybody for joining us if you are. And I want you to teach people this. If you've got grandkids or anything like that, I really would love you to teach them how to make a paper crane for future generations. I think we could potentially put the camera somewhere around here. What do you reckon? I have to put it somewhere where I'm out of everybody's sight, and I want you to see the dome while I make use the paper crane, and hopefully the wind won't destroy the camera. So let's turn it that way a bit. Actually, let's turn it around this way. You can see me. There we go. With the atomic dome directly behind us. Look at that for a shot. Are you ready, everybody? I can't read your chat at the moment, but we are going to make a paper crane in respect for Sadako, whose statue we just saw, whose story I just told you, and for the many, many people who lost their lives in this amazing city. Now, what colour do I want to make my crane, he says? Hopefully we've got signal down here. I think we're going to make a... Let's make a red one, that way it'll show on the camera nice and good. Now, if I don't explain this very well, I will make another video at a later stage of making the crane, but hopefully you'll be able to follow me and maybe pinch some ideas off the internet as well if I don't explain it very well. But you need your square bit of paper, and with your square bit of paper, what I want you to do to start with is I want you to make a triangle. I will show you it once I have made mine. Okay, so we are making a triangle like that. Okay, so just folding it in half. Have you got that bit? That bit's the easy bit. Okay, so we've just got a triangle there. I'm assuming you've done that now. This is the easy bit. I'll give you a little bit more time as we get through the more difficult bits. Now, with your triangle like this, pointing upwards, it's a pyramid. I want you to fold it. Okay, so fold it in to make another triangle. See what I've done there? So that's your triangle. I want you to fold it like that and make another triangle. Okay, so we have one triangle, two triangles. Okay, can't read your chat at the moment, but we shall continue with this. Hopefully your chat doesn't say that you can't see me and the signal's dropped out. Okay, so now you've got your triangle. What I want you to do is this bottom bit here, so the flat bit, I want you to have it on a 90-degree bend. I'm really good at this, aren't I? I could be on play school next. Hello, boys and girls. We're doing craft today. Okay, so see these little open bits? Okay, I want them to be facing you now. Okay, I want them to be facing you. This is a tricky bit. Okay, so like that, like this. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to open up one of these sides, and I want you to fold this into that groove, into the middle. So I want you to fold it like that. Can you see like that? Can you see? And follow it about halfway up. Okay, can you see that? And on the other side, on this side, I want you to do exactly the same. So fold it in. It's very hard when you're doing it towards the camera, but I hope I'm explaining this correctly. You see how I've done that? See how I've done that? Right, okay. And then the other side, I want you to do exactly the same thing. Okay, so fold it into the middle. God, I hope I'm doing this right. I will be back. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm doing it right. That's all right. Okay, so you see how we folded it like that? See? Okay, now what I want you to do, this is the tricky bit. I want you to keep folding it in the middle. This seemed like a good idea when I was thinking of it. I want you to keep folding it down the middle, but hang on, I'll do one side. Give me a second, I'll do one side, then I'll undo it and show you. Alright. Come on, you can do it. Craft table would be nice. Good. Good. Okay, once I've done one side, I will show you it. Craft with Mark. It's the thought that counts, isn't it? Oh my goodness me. There we go. Good. Now, I can't guarantee mine's going to look very good, okay? So, what we've done there is... Am I explaining this any well? So you've got this side here, yeah? And you're folding it in the middle, yeah? Excellent. So keep folding it in the middle, and then as you fold it in the middle, it'll want to flatten itself out. So I want you to give it a karate chop until it looks like that. Did I explain that correctly? So again, on the other side, flatten it out. Oh my God, I've never been an origami teacher. This seemed like a really easy idea when I was picturing it in my head. Flatten it. Flatten it. Oh my goodness me. Oh, this is the worst paper crane I've ever made in my whole entire life. Please forgive me, Sadako. Alright. Okay, so... Now, I'm going to start that one again. Just bear with me, bear with me. What you're doing is correct. It's just because I was doing it towards the camera, I couldn't see what I was doing. Let me do it real quick here. Oh my goodness. Triangle. Triangle. Top bits like this, okay? Open it up to the center bends. Center bend. Boom. It's much easier when it's in front of you like this. Excellent. Center bend. Okay, 2 center bends like this. Then give it a little karate chop there until you can lay it back. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Thank goodness. Okay. Okay, does that make sense? Oh my goodness. So that's what we've done so far. We've folded it in the middle and we've pushed it back. We're doing the same on this side, okay? This side we are opening it up like this and we're bending it into the middle. You may need to refer to your internet provider for better detailed instruction. This seemed like a really, really good idea when I was thinking about it. Okay, so see, then you karate chop like that, see, and then you slowly fold it back like that. Karate chop it a little bit more. You see what we're doing here? Ah, you see? Whew. Thank goodness. Okay. So that's what you should have. Okay? That's what you should have. If you don't have that, then my instructions are very bad. Oh my goodness. We'll walk around here in a minute and have a look. What's going on? Weather looks better than last night. It's bloody hot, by the way. Hey, test what was... Okay, so now you got that. You should have a little split down the bottom there, and you should have 2 solid bits up the top. Okay, so we need to flip it over. So these 2 floppy bits are at the top. This is where the magic happens, okay? All we're doing is we are opening it up to face it the other way. Okay, like that. So it should look like that. Give it a little push down. Are you following? Turn it over. You see the crane yet? We bend this down and we push. That's its little beak. Then we lift the wings straight up, halfway down, other side, straight up, halfway down. That is your paper crane. Did I explain that really good, or did I just totally confuse you? And that's your paper crane there, and you can breathe life into it and its stomach will pop up. Okay, so let me unwrap it and see if I can show you it better. Okay, so you bend it in the middle, karate chop it until it lies back, in, up, down, in, up, down. If I made no sense with that, Google the instructions for the paper crane in your country. Once you've made one, please take a picture and email it to imallabroad@gmail.com, imallabroad@gmail.com, and we'll post it in the community tab. I know that my instructions were not as good as what I hoped they would be, but you could see I know how to make a paper crane. Anyway, let's go for a... That was hard work. Let's go for a walk now that I've done that. Did you follow or did you not? Let me look at your chat because we missed your chat. I've been to that building and gone down the side which goes from top to the bottom. Yes. Do pigeons in Japan and pigeon in AU speak the same language? I think so. Alright. Did anybody actually make the paper crane then, or did I really confuse you? Let's go look at the atomic dome. Seemed like a good idea at the time. The thought was there, you know what I mean? As long as the thought was there, that's all that matters. I might make a proper video on how to make a paper crane at a later stage. How'd you go? Did you do any good? Or was I the only one making it and stuffing up? Anyway. This is what the building originally looked like. There were people in the building when the bomb went off. Most probably not, Super Pups. I have an early Shinkansen tomorrow. So I think after this stream I'm going to be hitting bed early. We'll go over to the dome in a second. Believe it or not, after the Shinkansen started running, they suspended some of the Shinkansen line again due to some bad weather. So like a lot of people have been stranded in like Hiroshima. The train stations is absolutely packed. It's a nightmare. I saw some French tourists. They were lost, they were confused, they didn't know what was going on, and they were out near Miyajima, because I went out there today, and I ended up bringing them back to the city and showing them what to do and where to go, but they were completely lost. There is a massive influx of tourists here in Japan at the moment. It's a tourist area of Hiroshima. I'm not a big fan of the tourists. Some of them today were leaving rubbish on Miyajima, like on the footpath and that. It was crazy. That's all you get for your money. So yeah, unfortunately a lot of tourists come to Japan and they don't follow the rules and they're really messy and it makes me really angry. You know, talking on the Shinkansen, throwing rubbish everywhere, just being typical tourists. There was somebody on the Shinkansen today with their feet on the seat. As we go over to the atomic dome, I put a short out not long ago about clickbait, and Duxu responded to it. Thank you, Duxu. I don't know why people that do YouTube channels about Japan focus on the fake negative for the clickbait, and it's really annoying. There's a creator that is in Hawaii making content out of his land. We have a show is Akihabara, which is not true. We've been all around the country, and he reported again. We are back, sorry. And he reported again today a couple of things, and the one of them is that the Suica card is discontinued, cancelled, unavailable, and that's just simply not true. The green Suica card is unavailable at the moment, but the tourist Suica is readily available. We checked when we arrived here. It is not running out anytime soon, the red Suica card, so you will be fine. Even if they did run out of Suica cards for some reason or another, it's not a life or death. You don't actually need a Suica card in Japan, especially if you have a JR Rail Pass, because your JR Rail Pass gives you the public transport, which you'll be paying for with your Suica card. Why would you have both? You see where I'm getting at? And then he was reporting how the JR Rail Pass is becoming worse and worse value and ripping tourists off and doing the wrong thing. Let me clarify a couple of things. A, he is not entitled to a JR Rail Pass, so he's just bitter that he can't get one. And as he can't get one, he knows nothing about the JR Rail Pass. What we've been doing this week, I think you will all agree that it has been extraordinary value for money. We have gone, how many cities have we gone to so far? We've gone to Sapporo, Hakodate, Aomori, Fukushima, Nagoya, here, Kagoshima tomorrow, and a whole lot more. If you think that's bad value, then you I don't know, you need to read your head or something. And, you know, people like him, because he can't get a JR pass, he's got no clue. He doesn't know that you can catch the ferries with it. We caught a ferry today with our JR pass. He doesn't know you can get free accommodation with your JR pass. Like, how can it not be good value, even when the price goes up, when you get free accommodation? It really, really annoys me, all this clickbait. It comes from a lot of American creators, and they do it so that they can get the Americans to click on their videos who have never been to Japan, that want to come to Japan, that most probably won't, and it just scares them off. So I want all of you out there to start disproving a lot of the fake news, as they say out there, about Japan, because you know, if anything, it does a lot of damage. You know, these people are supposed to apparently love Japan, but all they're doing is putting tourism off, putting tourists off. You know, don't come here, the JR pass is crap. Oh, don't come here, you can't get a Suica card. It's just clickbait rubbish. And again, this guy, he can't have a Suica for a start, and he can't have a JR rail pass for a start, and he doesn't even know what a JR rail pass does. So, you know, I think they need to be called out. You find it hard to use a JR rail pass in Tokyo. Why is that? The metro rail outside is better, yes. I mean, tell me if you got signal. If you think the JR rail pass is not value, then how the hell can we be doing this in 14 days? I can't figure the crane out, can't figure out the fold. Okay, we got signal. All right, when we go over here, Michael, I've got like 40 bits of paper. I might as well show you again if you want. Now, that is a tricky fold. That's what the problem was. Once I started making it on camera, I thought, we have a problem here. How do I show this on camera? It's a tricky fold. If I can find somebody to stand up, I think I'll be able to do a better thing at showing you the trams. If you're old on the channel, you know this story already. And the story behind Sadaka, as the internet comes back in again. The trams are a very important part of Hiroshima, and they mean a lot to the people here, because after the bomb dropped and obliterated everything, every driver that was on the tram, every passenger that was on the tram, I've seen these people today. They're following me, I think.
Hello again.
Hello again. Are you having a good day?
We are. An intense day.
An intense day. Did the deers steal anything from you?
No.
No. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Good. They were Miyajima. After the atomic bomb went off, everything was obliterated, and the tramways was incinerated. Within 1 day. Within 1 day they had the tramways running again, and it wasn't done by professional engineers and workers and craftsmanship. It was done by nanas, uncles, aunties, children, people that had survived the explosion, and they did it because they wanted to send a very, very strong message to America that you can drop a bomb on us, you can do whatever you like. We never asked for this war for a start. We're just, mums, dads and children and animals. You want to give us the worst weapon that man has ever seen. We're going to prove to you we're stronger than it. And the next day the trams were running again. They sent a very powerful message to America. Still to this day, America has not apologised for the atomic bomb dropping. And when I say the governments, there may be instructions on how to make the crane. No, there's not. I know how to make it. It's just I wasn't very good at showing you how to do it. And if we come down here where I can stand, I can show you it a bit better. But let's walk around here at the moment as we look at the dome. Locals there are so nice. Yes they are. But they were tourists we just spoke to. I saw them at Miyajima. So there were people, there was a function actually going on at the time. This was part of a hotel going on at the time. There were people in the ballroom when the bomb dropped. I don't know what the function was, but yeah. Of course, it obliterated everything inside, unfortunately, but the building remained. When we go around the other side, you'll see a full look of it, and we'll try and make this crane again to show you better. Right, yep, gotcha. All right. That's okay. We will redo the whole thing again down here when I'm standing up to show you how to make it, and I think it will be more successful when I'm standing up. When I'm sitting down, I have great trouble doing anything, I have to say. So, yeah, we'll stand up and do it. Wasn't aware that was a hotel. It's just gone through I don't want to say a restoration, but a strengthening of it. Last time I was here earlier this year, there was scaffolding and that up trying to secure the building, because as you can appreciate, it's with time it's starting to rot away with the weather. Alright, so we'll go over here and we'll make another paper crane to show you how to do it. And then I'll show you where people drop their paper cranes here. if you are liking this stream, even though I couldn't show you how to make the paper crane properly, and you have a spare 50 cents or $1 in your hard-earned bank account, please consider buying me a drink, because it's freaking hot. That would be greatly appreciated. In the members section there is a little video today when we went to Miyajima on the ferry. And we've done this all with the JR Rail Pass. As I say, like, I got here this morning. I've been to Miyajima and all. You know? Don't believe the negative Nancy's about the JR Rail Pass. If you'd like to get one, we have an affiliated link below. Please do affiliate a link it. Costs no more. I need to find somewhere flat to put Mr. Gimbal. Maybe I could put Mr. Gimbal here. Oh, there's water there. Maybe should we give it a go? Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? My phone falls in the water. How secure are you going to be there? Maybe if I do that. No, I don't like the look of this. Alright, here we go. We're going to do the paper crane again. For those who don't know the folds, hopefully I can explain it better now that I'm standing up. Let's go purple paper. So the triangle Michael already did. Okay, the triangle is pretty easy. Okay, so you've done the triangle. Okay, with that triangle, if I make it a bit neater, you make another triangle. So 2 triangles. Okay, 2 triangles. Okay, so it's a 90 degree. And then these little wide open bits, that's the bit you want to be facing you. And what we're basically going to do is we're going to fold it in on itself. Okay, we're going to fold it in on itself and we're going to make it lay down. We're going to make this lay down flat. So the way we do it is if you open it up like that, you see like that? See the groove in the middle there? We're going to fold this into the middle and then this into the middle as well. Okay, so if I show you like that, fold in, and you see how this is not wanting to lay down. What you do is you give this a little karate chop on the back here, right? Karate chop, dum dum dum, like that. By giving it a karate chop, if you then hold it and slowly, very carefully lay it down, okay, very slowly lay it down, you will eventually get that. See that triangle? Did that explain better? And then on the other side, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, so we're going to open it up and we're going to fold into the middle groove there. Middle groove, middle groove, middle groove. Okay, so that's one side. See how we've done one side? And then the other side we'll do the same. Middle groove. It doesn't want to lay down flat. So we give it a karate chop on the back. Karate chop. Hiya! And then we keep karate chopping it until the paper goes flat like that. See? See, I told you I'd be better when I'm standing up. Okay, so now you've got the 2 flat bits that you've just created. Okay, that bit and that bit. So once you've got the 2 flat pieces like this, all you simply do is you grab the 4 corners, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just open it, boom, like that, and flatten it out, okay? So you've opened it, then you lift up one of your wings, and fold it down, one wing, same again on the other side, lift it up halfway, fold it down, that's your wings, and then for the face you just simply push down the middle and squeeze, and then you get a little beak. Okay, so that's how you do it. If you didn't understand that, I will make a proper video at some time of the paper crane, but we explained that one a little bit better, I think. Nice to see sunshine again, Mark. Oh my god, it's so hot today, Sapporo J. Today would be the hottest day that I've had in Japan so far. It has been a killer. Luckily, my travel plans have not been affected whatsoever. Dylan from the channel, his plans have been affected by cancellations of Shinkansens. Mine's been working a treat, but there are so many stranded people here. The problem is, a lot of them, the tourists, they don't book their tickets, see, and because of it, they're going in unreserved cars, and there's no room in the unreserved cars because the Shinkansen has a backlog of passengers. It's running somewhat normal service now, so ticketing again. You've got people that already have the ticket that's filling the Shinkansen, and they're trying to squeeze in people that haven't got a reservation, and they simply can't fit them all on the trains. There is another typhoon coming up in the next few weeks or so. But the tourists even that I met today, like none of them knew that there was a typhoon or anything. And it's like, the only thing, like, I don't keep up on the news generally when I'm in another country, but one thing I check every day when I'm on holidays is the weather. Why would you not check the weather? And of course the typhoon has been, news for weeks. When you hear cicadas, you know it's been a hot day. Now, we can walk down here, then we'll walk back the other way, and I'll show you where people drop their paper cranes. As I say, it seemed like a good idea to show you how to make a paper crane on the stream. Potentially was not, but some Matthews, if you do make some paper cranes, please send us a picture of them, because we sent some Matthews in Perth, Australia, a bunch of origami paper. We'd love to see your paper cranes, or anything really, anything you want to make of your origami, we'd love to. But Sapporo J, I was explaining Sadako and the 1,000 paper cranes at the beginning of the stream, and we had a look at Sadaka's statue back there. If you just joined us, she was 2 years of age when the bomb went off. She was classed as the most radioactive person that lived after the bomb went off, and of course she was very sick from it, a life of pain and suffering. She died when she was 12 years of age, but her nana, her family gave her hope, and she took that hope and she ran with that hope, and that was, if you made 1,000 paper cranes, your wish will come true. And her wish was for peace and to live. Unfortunately, she died before she finished the 1,000 paper cranes, even though her family do dispute that. Her family say that she did make the 1,000 paper cranes, but in some ways I like the way the story has unravelled in a way that she never made all the paper cranes, because I think what happened after it is something really beautiful, and that is, after she died, all the school children in Hiroshima made the rest of the paper cranes, so that there was over 1,000 paper cranes, and they buried them in the casket with her. The paper cranes that she made, and because she was a real girl, it's not just a made-up story, her family distribute them now if there's any tragedies or wars or bad things going on in the world, to give a little bit of hope. So 9/11 with the Twin Towers, a paper crane from Sadako was given to the American government. Ukraine has been given a paper crane, one of the original paper cranes. Story, really. It is a sad memorial. It is. As I say, it was the most hideous act ever known in the history of man, as far as I'm concerned. Dropping of not just one, a couple of atomic bombs. And it's shameful, it's wrong. It had nothing to do with the mums, dads and countless children that died, and animals that died. You know, they had nothing to do with the stupidity of governments. And still to this day, there's never been an apology about it. And buffering. Am I buffering now? Hopefully we're not buffering now. So I think Hiroshima is a beautiful place. I think It is a place of peace. It's a place of healing. It's a place of love, and everybody should come here. And there is a feeling here in Hiroshima, even though I'm not religious or spiritual in any way, shape, or form. But it is a place of love. It's a wonderful place. We're going to walk back where people drop the paper cranes. Do let us know if you have signal. You're not buffering, okay. And while we walk back towards where they drop the paper cranes to show you, I'll play the video again that we played at the beginning of the stream. You've finally done the crane! Yay! Was it because of the second instructions I gave? Or did you just Google it? Do send through pictures if you make a crane. I want everybody on the channel today to make a crane and send me through a picture, please, to I'm all abroad, or one word, IMALLABROAD at gmail.com, and I'd love to put them on the community tab. And I want you all, again, even though I didn't explain how to make them very well, I want you all to teach people, especially the children. I want you to teach children how to make them and how important it is to make these paper cranes. And we want the tradition to keep going. Here's a little video about Hiroshima. We'll be back in a minute or two.
Hiroshima is the capital of the Hiroshima Prefecture in Japan, with a population of 1.2 million people, and it's located 800 kilometers from Tokyo, with the Shinkansen journey taking 5 hours. The journey can be made with your JR Rail Pass, and you can purchase yours now at our affiliated link listed in the description below. Hiroshima was founded in 1589 as a castle town on the Ota River Delta. Following the Meiji Restoration in 1868, Hiroshima rapidly transformed into a major urban centre and industrial hub. Hiroshima was the first military target of a nuclear weapon in human history. This occurred on August 6, 1945 at 8:15 a.m. when the United States Army Air Force dropped the atomic bomb named Little Boy on the city. Most of Hiroshima was destroyed, and by the end of the year, between 90,000 and 166,000 people had died as a result of the blast and its effects. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, serves as a memorial of the bombing. Hiroshima was rebuilt after the war, with the help from the national government through the Hiroshima Peace Memorial City Construction Law that passed in 1949. It provided financial assistance for reconstruction, along with land donated that was previously owned by the national government and used by the imperial military. Hiroshima was proclaimed a City of Peace by the Japanese Parliament in 1949, with the city government continuing to advocate the abolition of all nuclear weapons. There are many things to do in Hiroshima and the surrounding areas. Some of these include the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum, the Atomic Dome, Hiroshima Castle, Shakai-en, and the close-by Miyajima Island. The door to Hiroshima is wide open to you with your JR Rail Pass, and why not help a small insignificant YouTube channel by purchasing your JR Pass at our affiliated link listed in the description below.
I picture,
and it's located 800.
It's starting to play again. I picture Daksu. Sorry, my finger slipped. I picture Daksu that Japanese people do fly. I don't hold that against you, because the Shinkansen is very expensive for Japanese people, and that's why I say, as a tourist, you need that JR pass. And you know, don't go by the negative, fake reports out there that the JR pass is too expensive and not worth the money. It's earned it's money over and over again with this journey that we're doing already within Japan this time around. There is nowhere where I can be in a new city every morning that is hundreds and hundreds of kilometers away. We're in Nagoya this morning, and Hiroshima for breakfast. I was in Hiroshima for breakfast. It wasn't a hard ask at all. When I arrived here, I did have breakfast. I had a hotel mishap thanks to me. I booked the wrong date, so I then had to book a hotel. Then I went to Miyajima via the local train. I caught the ferry, which is also included with your JR pass. I went over and looked at the deers, looked at the shops, and had a coffee and made a video. Then I came back, went to my hotel, lay on the bed, had a rest, turned on the air conditioning. The JR pass is a godsend for any traveller. But again, do not do, and this is the other reason why we're showing you, I want tourists to stop doing Kyoto, Osaka and Tokyo. That's all the tourists do. Even the ones we met today, that's all they do. You don't get your value for your JR Rail Pass doing that. The tourists that I was talking to today, they didn't even know they got accommodation with their JR Rail Pass. They didn't even know you could catch Japanese ferries with your JR Rail Pass. So over this 14 days where we're showing you all around the country, you know, we hope that that you do get the JR Rail Pass and use it to its full extent. You can use it unlimitedly thing. And you know, the things we've seen this week, even in the little streams we've done, I think you'll agree, like Japan is spectacular, and why not grab that with the JR Rail Pass, you know? And make sure you do Sapporo as well, even though the Shinkansen doesn't go up there. Get up to Sapporo, that's where Sapporo J is. So yeah, the Japanese people are very expensive, the Shinkansen. So, you know, it's not the case of, oh, they're putting the price up to rip off the tourists. No, the tourists get the Shinkansen cheaper than what the locals get it. It's a weird thing about Japan. Tourists actually get things cheaper than the locals. We'll have a look at this thing here, and then I'll show you where they drop all the cranes. But no matter how bad the stream has been today in my paper crane making, I really do hope that some of you may have learned about Sadaka that never knew about Sadaka before. Miyajima out the crane, thank you very much. And I hope you appreciate what a, I don't know, sad, I mean it is a sad story, but it's a story of hope, I suppose, inspiration, that you know, that this little girl helped, you know, the efforts of peace. And, you know, governments really have a lot to answer for with the constant hate and wars that innocent people are killed by. So the observation deck is in here, okay. Gift shop in there, you can get all your little gifts and bits and pieces. But after you made your paper crane, you set it free. You make a little wish, you make a wish for peace, and you drop it down the side of the building. There's the Perspex wall. From the very, very top of the building, if I can tilt the camera up, from right up there. And when you drop your paper crane down, it falls down here. These are paper cranes that people have obviously made. I think they clear them out every now and again because they get too many in there, and it could potentially be a little bit of a fire hazard. But yeah, that's what happens. So if you're here during the day when there's a tourist coach or something up there, you see all these cranes fluttering down, which is rather nice. Also, hello Pauline. Also, when you finish up there as well, if you don't want to go down the stairs, they have a slide. You can slide down from the top to the bottom. Pauline, we've things tonight about Sadaka, a little 12-year-old girl who died 2 years of age when the bomb dropped, and she became the most radioactive person on the planet Earth. We made some paper cranes. The first one didn't go very well. The second one was kind of okay. The third one was pretty good. And we're asking people to make a paper crane, whether it be through my very bad instructions or via the internet. And please email us a copy, a photo of your paper crane. Let's get a few of them in and post them on the community tab for peace and love for Sadako. You never missed out. The good thing about the YouTube is you can always watch again. But we'd love as many of you as possible to make paper cranes. During COVID, we did a thing where we asked people to make some trains. We posted a toy train that you could cut out and stick together, and we asked people to make it, and a few people did, which was really good, really interactive. But I think it's a very touching story about Sadako, and I'm hoping that it did touch a few of you, that you all want to make one. It is a brilliant city to go to. In a way, it's one of the youngest cities in Japan because they had to rebuild it, Michael. That's the thing. Everything was obliterated. In that video I showed you, it shows you that the city was completely flattened, everything. So they had to rebuild it from scratch. The only thing that basically stood was that there. Now the trams that were around when the bomb dropped have been restored and are still running on the network even to today. So if you see an old tram in Hiroshima, the likeliness that it was on the streets when the atomic bomb dropped is pretty good. Your paper is rectangle, make it square. You were supposed to go to the... do you want me to go down there? I can't go in there with the camera because it's kind of underground and it won't work. Do you want me to? I can go there. I've never been on this side of the road before in my life, so I thought I'd walk over here. But if you want me to go down there, Duxu, I can. That's fine. There is a museum here, information centre, that shows you a map and shows you to scale the size of the bomb. And you know, the coverage it had. Hiroshima, in a way, even though it was decimated, has a mountain range all around it, so it kind of protected outer areas and bits and pieces from the blast. Do you want me to go down there, Duxu? I can go down there. This is a small street in the park. Is it? Okay, I'm thinking of somewhere else. Whereabouts is it, Duxu? If you want to guide me, I'll go there. I can't think where it is. I thought where you're talking about, I thought it was part of the underground bit. Next to the dentist building now. Who I am, or it is. I don't know, I've never been here before. I've never been to this side before in my whole entire life. But I think I'm going to enjoy it because look at the steam water. Oh my God. We are so going to go walk in that. I don't care if the camera gets wet. I don't care if I get wet. We're going to walk in there. What a beautiful area. Is this new? This looks new. On the opposite side to where I am. Oh my God, this is so cool. This mist is so cool. It's great. Oh my God, that's so nice. So children run around in the mist. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where it is, Duxu. But you know, we want people to not just look at the video. We want people to come here. When people come here, we want them to have a few little surprises of their own where they can find some unusual things. We can walk back on the other side anyway. Let's do that. Let's go over there. On a beautiful night, it's starting to cool down a little bit now, which is good because it was friggin' hot. Don't think I've seen you visit this place before. No, this is on the other side of the road. It looks brand new, Pauline. That's the problem with the channel, isn't it? Oh, I always go to the same place. What do we get? Should we get a Pocari Sweat? I haven't had any Pocari Sweat for a few days now after Mount Fuji. What you may not know about Mount Fuji is I had the backpack that you fill up with the drink, yeah? And I put it in the freezer and it froze, which was good, so I'd have cold drink going all the way up Mount Fuji. What I didn't realise was the pressure in Mount Fuji changes as you go up. And the bag expanded. And everything in my bag got covered in Pocari Sweat. But everything got covered in Pocari Sweat. Let's get a cup of tea. I think a cup of tea is called for. So yeah, I had no clean underwear or socks or anything on Mount Fuji because of the Pocari Sweat everywhere. Got a Starbucks over there now in Japan. There already was a lot of Starbucks, but it's getting crazy now. Especially as they're like really, really bad. Oh no, I didn't get a tea. I won't tell you what I got because you will think that I'm saying something rude, but I'm not. It's what it's called in Japan. But of course it means something completely different in Japan. I'll give you a hint. Cows. Cows. On the opposite side. Okay, I'll go on the opposite side. I will go on the opposite side as I try open my drink with one hand. That's the observation deck there that I was telling you about. Looking over the dome. Okay, you guide me, Duxu. Mad Hatter even. You guide me. So clean, isn't it? I do hope you're enjoying our little look at Hiroshima. We've been here many times on the channel. If you know, the regulars know that. As Pauline was saying, she said you're showing us something we haven't seen before. Yeah, it's a must come. It's a bit of a nightmare with all the tourists here at the moment. Even before COVID, there wasn't as many tourists as there is here now. I'm picturing the typhoon might have had something to do with that. I need to just put you down for a second to look at the footpath while I open my cow something or other. Oh, Hiroshima Castle's over there. Oh, yeah, the rubbish is crazy. I posted a picture today. I don't know why tourists do this. They're on Miyajima where all those beautiful deers are. And they just threw their rubbish and, leave all their rubbish on the floor. They can't even be bothered finding a bin or take it with them. It's so shameful. Tourists really drive me mad. Like, it doesn't take much to clean up, does it? Got to take your rubbish with you. Okay, Mad Hatter, am I crossing the river? You think it's near the building? What building? What, the dome? You think it's near the atomic dome? It is. I always go to 7-Eleven to get rid of my rubbish. Have a cow piss to the right, yes. Carry a plastic bag all the time. I have a plastic bag tied to my waist. Yes, but I have a cow piss. It's not rude, people. It's not rude. All right. Look at the map behind you. You're assuming I can read the map. We'll go look at the map. I can't read this. Hello. She had a beautiful smile. Beautiful smile. I can't read this. My eyes don't allow me to, especially with my glasses on. Peace Memorial Park, Statue of Peace, Peace Fountain, Children's Peace Monument, Atomic Bomb, Peace Tower. See, I can't see it. Let's go to the fountain. Let's go over there. Alright, that's what we'll do. It's beautiful, Michael. You know, when I say in Japan, choose your location. I highly recommend for you, Michael, don't climb Mount Fuji. I highly recommend to everybody, don't climb Mount Fuji. What I do highly recommend is to come to Hiroshima. We'll go over there. We'll go over to the park. That's what we'll do. We'll just wander around. This stream is brought to you by Secure Mobile, even though they don't sponsor us. To my left. You want me to go that way?